Now, at what point did you start actually writing raps?
I was writing raps all my life, man. I've been writing since 12 years old. I started at 12.
What year?
12. Was hip hop? Hip hop was really early back then.
Yeah, yeah.
That was like
really
Egyptian
early.
Lover.
It was really,
Uncle Jam's Army.
I have an incredible history with it, man. I have an incredible love story with it.
Yeah?
You dig what I'm saying? I'm talking about, my mother used to write like these foam things you see on your wall. In our project, in our house, she had big colorful paper just like that on the walls. And she used to write poetry. Her poetry used to be on the walls. So that's where I learned a lot of my penmanship from and my wordplay from reading her poetries. And not only that, DJing her parties and playing the oldies and learning that music and you know what I mean, and absorbing all of that, you know. I used to record K-Day every weekend.
Yeah.
Easy's Move for Love. I used to record them type of shows and play them for her friends on the weekend. They swore I was a hell of a DJ, not knowing. I just sat up here recording them songs off the radio all week and put them together on a cassette tape and format. You know what I mean? So I've always had this love affair with music.
Okay. So you get out in 93. By this time, NWA is the biggest thing in the world. I mean, the NWA is broken up at this point.
No, Death Row was the biggest thing in the world.
Death Row is the biggest thing in the world, but in terms of like Compton, NWA set the blueprint.
Yeah.
And you know, Eazy-E was a mega star and so forth.
Yes, sir.
Did you guys actually know Eazy-E before?
Yes, sir.
You knew him.
I lived on the next block. I have an auntie who lived on Crip Street. Eazy lives on Muriel. I went to junior high school with his sister. I went to Roosevelt.
Okay. Yeah. Was Eazy a Crip?
Yeah.
He was. Okay.
Actually, what a lot of people don't understand is that like a lot of neighborhoods, some neighborhoods started off as hustlers. You know what I mean? And the Eazy neighborhood where he grew up in started off as a hustler neighborhood. I have a lot of cousins from that neighborhood. You know what I mean? So it was a transition from hustlers to, and my first gang, I was a hustler. That's what we call ourselves, young hustlers. So it's just a transition that was made when certain gangs decided, okay, we're not gonna be hustling no more, we're gonna start cripping. Because you know what I mean, it was money involved and other things going on. Yeah.
Okay, so you knew him your whole life pretty much?
And I can't say we had a real personal relationship with, like, he was older than me, you know what I mean? I went to junior high school with his sister. You know what I'm saying? I walk home sometimes, I go stop over and talk to her, you know what I mean? Things like that, so.
Right, and then he got rich.
Yeah, and then he got rich. He got rich, and I knew when he got rich, I was actually in juvenile hall. I was in East Lake Juvenile Hall. And,
okay.
I talked to one of my cousins, Adolph, on the phone. Yeah, he's from his neighborhood. You know, that's Lil Eric on the radio. You know, that's Lil Eric. And that's when Boys in the Hood had just came out. And they had been playing it on the radio, but I didn't know who it was until I spoke to my cousin. He told me that's Lil Eric on the radio. I said, okay, that's crazy.
I was in the boys' home in Long Beach.
Yeah.
I mean, when Boys in the Hood came out, that was like a nuclear bomb had dropped. It was so different and it was so good.
Definitely.
And like between the swearing and the, you know, no one knew about Compton. Like Eazy-E put Compton on the map. Like I was living in the Bay. The first time I ever heard of Compton, I heard of LA obviously, but the first time I ever heard of Compton was Eazy-E.
Because Compton is in LA County, so.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was the appeal of just Compton at that moment. It was just the appeal of the rawness and you know what I mean, speaking the language that the streets spoke. You know what I mean? So I think that's what people gravitated to the most. At least for me, I did.
So you get out. At what point do you and Eazy hook up?
What a lot of people don't know is that I was already like preparing a lot of things before I left Youth Authority. I helped start a media production program in Youth Authority where I was learning editing and dealing with toasters and because this is something I wanted to do. I already filmed my first rap videos and stuff, and I'm the first person in Youth Authority to do these things. I made the front page of LA Times for doing these things, you know what I mean? So I actually was trying to get to Death Row. I wanted the best. Dr. Dre, I was a fan. I'm Dr. Dre, you know what I mean? That's who I learned a lot of creative things from studying that guy, you know what I mean? It's just that what happened was when NWA and Cube decided to part their ways, and where I was at that moment, that was big for us. We was kind of the gladiators who dictate what we listen to on the yard. I was in Youth Authority. So a lot of dudes from LA was like, okay, we riding with Cube now, fuck NWA. You know what I'm saying? There was niggas from Compton like, fuck it, we gotta ride with NWA then, fuck Cube. We on some, on some of that shit. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot to take in because it was different for me because I wasn't actually right here, you know what I mean? I was in there absorbing shit and it was a different type of mode of operation that goes on in there, you know?
Well, you get out. And at what point do you and Eazy actually link up?
I was only out for 3 months. Within 3 months, I had already been to the studio, met with E. He asked me, you know, what I heard what was going on and this and that. I said, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he said, man, well, I got this record, you know, let's listen to this record, listen to the beat. He said, man, you gonna write something for me? I said, yeah, I can write something for you, man. He said, man, you gonna be on it with me? I said, man, yeah, man, I'll write something about you. So I took the track home. We set up there. Next day, came back. You know, I had the part was kind of too long. This is my first time. Like I said, I'm fresh home from doing all this time. This is my first time actually even professionally writing for anything. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to make sure I write a hit record because I've studied how to write hit records. You know what I mean? So I know how to write a hit record. So Eazy used to write little notes. I wonder if Dresta can, you know what I mean, trying to pump me up because he was really, you know, his record was pressed already.
Oh, so Compton City G's was already done.
His record was
no,
being
his
pressed already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No,
Compton City G's wasn't even thought of yet.
Yeah, it wasn't done.
Wasn't even thought of.
Oh, what do you mean his record? His album?
We came in on the cusp.
The EP was already being pressed.
Aha.
Yeah, we came in.
Oh, but there was no Dre Response record yet.
It was its own.
Well, it was on
its own. It was the title track for the album, for the EP.
Yeah.
Its own Dr. Dre 187. 187 Killer. So he got a song with
that record was being pressed already.
Its own.
Okay.
That song.
Oh, okay.
That was supposed to be the single.